I make some changes to my thumbnail sketch. So instead of a cluster of animals and plants at the top, I have decided to use a polar bear because I think polar bear is a good symbol to represent climate change issues. I've also decided to use an egg to represent planet Earth, and obviously we have the hen. There are 3 items we need to draw: the polar bear, the egg, and the hen. Next, we will look for images of these 3 items to help us make our drawing more convincing. Images can come from direct observation or secondary sources. Direct observation means looking at things in real life. For example, the egg and the hen are simple and accessible items. We can also take our own photographs to help us with direct observation. As you can see, I have taken a photograph to help me with my drawing. I use a table lamp to create light and shadow. Light and shadow are really important in drawing and painting exercises. They not only give form to our drawings, but also provide contrast and drama, making our drawings much more interesting. Here, I'm making a drawing based on direct observation. This type of drawing is very useful as it gives you a good sense of proportion, composition, light and shadow, and really helps you to understand your subject matters a lot more. I cannot emphasize how important drawing from direct observation is, so make sure you do plenty of that. The more you do, the more you will improve your drawing skills. Another way to find images is via secondary sources such as the internet or magazines. As I couldn't make a direct observation of a polar bear, I made a drawing based on an internet picture. But I didn't want a realistic representation of the polar bear. I wanted something more stylized, so I explored how that might look through my sketches. By now, I have enough information to make quite an accurate drawing of my image. But there is more to do. I need to know what the final artwork will look like in terms of colors and styles. You can refer to the works of other artists to help you expand your options. In fact, Pinterest is also very useful for this type of purpose. Don't be afraid to adapt and combine different ideas. This is an excellent way to be creative. On the left side, I'm trying to create a version of the artwork with solely pencil shading. Pencil is really good at creating dramatic, monochromatic pictures. On the right side, I'm using watercolor and playing with warm and cool colors. I like the way the warm hues of the hen contrast with the cool hues of the egg and the polar bear. I spend only about 10 to 15 minutes on each picture. Remember, I'm not doing something super polished. I just want to have an idea of what the work might look like. You can continue to experiment with more color combinations or colors of different styles. This might take you a while, but it is well worth the time. After a few tries, I have developed a clear idea of what I want for my artwork. Before making the final artwork, I will always do a mock-up piece. A mock-up piece is usually something quite close to the finished artwork. In the mock-up piece, I will pay attention to details such as the exact colors I want to use, the textures I want to create, and the brush strokes I want to apply. A very important part of the mock-up piece is that it allows me to get to know my art media. For example, what works and what doesn't. How long does the paint take to dry? And what is the estimate amount of time I might need for the final artwork? I use gouache for my mock-up piece. You can choose the art media of your choice. This is how the mock-up piece looks like when it is finished. Now, we are ready to create the final artwork.